Pointe-Noire, our first stop in the Republic of Congo, a city that on the map reads like a major port on the Atlantic, but on the ground feels quieter, almost understated. We spent time peeling back its layers, learning about the days of French equatorial Africa, where this coastline once pulsed with colonial ambition. In a small museum, we wandered past weathered masks and relics that whispered stories of kingdoms and cultures long before the French arrived. Outside, the remnants of that era still stand. An abandoned post office, a silent train station, once the arteries of a booming region, now fading into the heat. We had a few days to enjoy the long, sandy beaches of Pointe-Noire, and here's how it went. Good morning, guys, and welcome to the Congo. This is day 34 of our expedition up the west coast of Africa, and if you've been following the series, you know we started in Cape Town, South Africa, worked our way up through Namibia, Angola, the Democratic Republic of Congo, then back into Angola, the Cabinda Strip, and we have crossed the border from Cabinda into the Congo, and the first town we're hitting here is Pointe-Noire. And over the course of the next week or so, we're going to be working our way from Pointe-Noire to Brazzaville, which is the capital right along the Congo River. But our that's right along the beach here. So we're camping right along the ocean, and the ocean is very tumultuous. You have a lot of these waves crashing, so it's not the best place for swimming, but there is some potential for surfing along the coast here. And then all along the coast you have this mix of little like beach clubs and hotels, but it is kind of a bit more of a run-down beach area. But there are some nicer beach resorts because there is a bit of an oil industry here in the southern part of the Congo. But it's a nice, long, expansive beach, and again, we're staying right along the coast here, so we just have this beautiful view looking out on the ocean. And again, there's not too much to do in Pointe-Noire. There are a few galleries and museums that we're going to be checking out in a little bit here. But again, one of the main reasons we're here for a couple days is just to relax along the beach, take a couple days off the truck before working our way across the Congo. In a little bit, we're going to get a taxi to the center of town and check out a little bit more of like the downtown of Pointe-Noire. And the Congo was part of French equatorial Africa, so you have a little bit of French influence in the downtown area. So there might be some more like French colonial architecture, might be some nice bakeries in the downtown area there. But yeah, we'll be heading to the downtown in a little bit. We have just driven to the center of Pointe-Noire here, and we are going to check out the African Circle Museum, which I think is like an art gallery from art all over Africa. So yeah, let's head in and check out what this museum's about.
At the time, there were 4 using of masks. Using for dancing. Dancing. The woman put the mask in the face and dance during different ceremonies.
We have just entered the African Circle Museum, and right as you enter, you're just greeted by all of these African masks that have been collected over the centuries here. And we have a guide here who is telling us that the masks are used for dancing, for like celebrations, for prayer, for initiations, and then there's some like witchcraft as well that they think it helps with like different medicinal purposes. So just left of the room with all of the masks there, we have another little gallery space here that has the history of Pointe-Noire. And this was just a simple village fishing village until 1924, but then it was developed as a big port city for French equatorial Africa. So you have some of these archival photos of the train stations that were built. You have some old maps of the Congo, which is really cool. So yeah, a nice little place to walk around and learn about the history of Pointe-Noire here. We have just come behind the museum here, and there's a nice little courtyard, and then you have these hallways with some nice window light where you have a lot more modern paintings from the Congo here. We have just finished the African Circle Museum here in Pointe-Noire, and it's pretty cool because you get this old African art, then you have a little bit of the history and those old photographs of Pointe-Noire, and then you have that modern gallery there in the back. So we've gotten to see a lot of artwork and history of Pointe-Noire, and now we're going to head back to the streets of Pointe-Noire and check out what else we can do and see in the city here. So yeah, let's go explore. We have just come out of the museum, and just up the street a little bit is a big roundabout, and right in the middle of the roundabout you have this huge statue that has Congo written down the pillar there. So yeah, big roundabout, and then you have lots of colorful blue taxis and blue buses just driving around the roundabout here, and some shops around here. So yeah, let's keep exploring. From that roundabout, we took one of the spokes that comes off of there, and from here we have this huge market area. It's a Sunday, so it's not going to be as busy as the markets can usually be, but it's a little crazy, a little chaotic, pretty colorful. You have all these shops and all of these colorful clothing, and we're looking for a lunch spot here somewhere in the Pointe-Noire. That was a pretty crazy and chaotic little walk through the market area there, and we walked by the Grand Mosque, and you have all of these blue taxis and blue buses driving by, and again, it's just a Sunday, so it's not as crazy as it could be. And we have come to Chez Gaspard, which is the lunch spot that the guy at the museum recommended, so it looks like a little local restaurant spot, so let's head in and check out some local Congolese food. We just finished eating here at Restaurant Gaspard's, and the food was really good. I got this chicken in a peanut sauce, but it took forever for them to make the food. We were waiting an hour and a half for the food here. But anyways, it was good food, good local Congolese food, and something a little bit different. So anyways, from here we're gonna head back into the city here, and we're gonna cross back across Pointe-Noire, heading towards the beach. And there's an old train station that we saw in the museum there that has some old colonial architecture to it that's of interest, I guess. So we're gonna walk across the city of Pointe-Noire and hopefully check out the train station. We have walked just about all the way across Pointe-Noire, and this is a very interesting town. You have a few of these more like modern glassy buildings, but then a lot of like just older buildings with kind of like these Art Deco style letters on them, and then a lot of just like really rundown parts of the city. But we've been walking down the main boulevard. We are almost at the train station, but we are stopping at the Notre Dame Cathedral here, which just has this really tall bell tower, and it has this like kind of interesting cement look to it, and kind of like a lightish yellow color to it. And yeah, just a very interesting church, and again, shows you a little bit of the French influence here on Pointe-Noire. So yeah, just stopped to see this church. It doesn't look like we can go inside here, but we're just like less than half a mile from the train station. So yeah, let's keep walking down the boulevard. We have just walked about half a mile down the boulevard, and we passed a few of these like Art Deco style buildings. There was the CRF building, and now we're walking past the old post office, and this is like this really cool old white building that has blue and yellow accents to it, and then it's the old post office. So you have a bunch of these old PO boxes, and then there's a bit of an art market right beneath the post office as well. And then right beyond the post office is the little roundabout where the train station is. But let me just show you guys a little bit of the cool old architecture of the post office here before heading over to the train station. We have just crossed the street from the old post office there, and there's this big roundabout that's right in front of the old train station of Pointe-Noire. So this was a big part of the development of Pointe-Noire, as we learned in the history part of the museum that we checked out earlier. But the building is definitely in disrepair here, but you have this old clock tower, you have the Pointe-Noire signage out in front here, but the roof is just falling apart. You have these orange shingles that are just falling apart here. But yeah, very interesting being here at the roundabout, seeing all these blue taxis just going in front of the old train station here. And then on the roundabout, you have this old pillar that commemorates the building of the railroad for its 100-year anniversary, because the railroad station was built in 1922. So it's been just over 100 years that the railway station has been here. So yeah, let's get some views of the railway station, get a little bit closer across the street, and yeah, check out the old railway station of Pointe-Noire. Just crossed the street and entered the old train station here, and it feels like this place was just like suddenly abandoned. You still even have like prices and timetables written on the chalkboards over here, but just has this really like Art Deco kind of style, even like the old signage here above us, and then the logo up on the top and the ceiling, this like pastel yellow. Just very, very interesting, and kind of sad that this is just completely in disrepair, because this was such a vital railroad taking people across the Congo back in the day. So yeah, very cool to see though, very interesting, and again, just has this beautiful look from the outside as well. Anyways, from the train station here, it's just a few blocks that's going to take us back to the beach. So let's head back to the beach of Pointe-Noire, and then we'll walk along the beach back to where we're camping the next couple days. So yeah, let's head to the beach. have just walked a couple blocks from the Pointe-Noire train station, and we are at the beach here, and we're a little bit further up from our restaurant where we started this morning, and this is a very lively beach here, very local, tons of families out. It's a Sunday afternoon. There was like a gymnastics competition, there was a guy selling coconuts, there were people playing games, and there's just tons of people here enjoying the ocean, enjoying the sunset, jumping in the waves, and just a very lively, active place this afternoon. So anyways, yeah, we're about a mile and a half down the beach towards our restaurant where we're camping tonight, but that's going to be about it for Pointe-Noire. Again, we have the rest of the weekend here to just relax and chill out and enjoy the beach. Again, Pointe-Noire, it's not like the most exciting place to be, but it's a nice little beach town here, and there was some really cool old architecture there, especially at the end, seeing the old post office and the old train station there, and then throughout the rest of the city, it's just very an eclectic mix of old architecture. Again, we found that museum was cool to give us a little bit of context on some of like the old African art, some modern African art, and then the museum history here. So yeah, anyways, tomorrow we're just gonna relax, and then the next day we're gonna start our drive across the Congo here, heading towards Brazzaville. It might take a couple days, not sure what all we'll see along the way, but I'll show you guys as we go. But yeah, tonight just gonna enjoy the sunset, and I'll see you guys when we continue our journey across the Congo.